You think we can ask this probably on camera? How many times does it take for a woman to get hurt before she just like F these? Whereas a dude, one time he's done dirty by a woman, is all these and all y'all.
I only have one because, like, I've been raised not to express my feelings. I express my feelings. They got hurt, let loose. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, never again.
Never again. I think both need a better balance.
Right.
Women are completely stupid and dudes are completely closed off.
If you were to go back into nature,
Get that shit here.
like the way that animals court each other, if you lose that fight to the alpha male, then it's a wrap for you. That was the one time you shot your shot and you lost, and now it's now you're alone
The rest of your life.
for the rest of your life. Oh, that'd be that.
Is that how
What if you went to the next herd? Like you just went like 100 kilometers down to the next herd and tried to pull up on the hose. Like, yo, they're like, nah, nigga.
You heard what happened down there, Franklin, over the safari.
Nah, nigga. You got your ass whooped over there.
That's what happened back in the day though when you went to a school. Like if you went to like the schools that were close by, niggas like, no, you got your ass whooped, bro. So you had to transfer school to like either out the district or like further, it's like a way or see the high school. You got beat up, you're done. If you go, it's not running yet.
Okay.
But if you
gotta restart what was your topic starter?
the one that had a car or the one
Being heard.
just
What does it
okay.
take for you to not give a fuck? And then I ripped into the
oh yeah.
to the animal kingdom.
It was I didn't record.
No, I just did right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta lead in with that
You gonna clap?
How many? Yeah.
question.
You said the camera's already running.
Yeah, we're rolling.
All right.
D-Lo. Don't give a fuck. No. I don't want to start the episode like that because we can't.
Monetize at least for the first minute.
I mean, he can cut it. Yeah, we back on these.
Just edit it out.
All right.
On these.
Yeah.
But just start off. And then I told that. What is the point on the radio? Like, just don't play this. Remember, it got so bad. It's like, just don't play this
It
song.
was Explosive. When the Explosive came on, I was just like, you can't play Corrupt's verse.
Right, what's
it
the
was
point?
It's way too much going on. You more than the and I'm just like, bro.
It sounded like somebody was just scratching. Like, what's the point?
But yeah, man, we were talking a little bit before the show, whatever, about how like pretty much.
How do men become toxic?
Well, I mean,
You say it's toxic because I mean, I guess it's toxic.
I guess it's toxic. I was gonna say like how do this men become
Toxic
toxic?
behavior?
But like how many
Bitter.
How many?
Okay, bitter.
How do we become bitter? Because I would say it's for men and women. It's just like, all right, how many times does it take for a man to get done dirty for him to become toxic, and how many times does it take for a woman
To get done dirty, to become bitter and toxic.
Right, exactly. Because for a man, when you hear dudes, it'd be one go around,
one and done, baby. I'm to the lead. I'm to the.
And all these chicks.
I'm to the these hoes ain't shit lead. Out the gate.
Whereas women, they gave us a bunch of chances. When the women say fuck these niggas at this particular point in time, it's been like 10 niggas at this point.
So how long before a dude becomes D-Lo? We don't give a fuck about no hoe. And how long before a woman becomes Mary J. Blige?
Is it?
Before she's just all.
We might need a more updated reference.
I'll cry it out. Mary J. She's still that lady. When it comes to heartbreak, her and Keisha Cole probably the go-tos.
I don't think a rapper like maybe like a Sukihana or.
I have no idea what their lyrics are, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
That's all I know. But yeah, how many times have you like?
I agree with you. Dudes are one and done.
One and done. Was that you? Or
No,
did you ever get done dirty?
No.
Keon?
Mm-mm. I didn't have anybody to get done dirty by.
So you never gave your heart.
No.
I give you my heart. You never gave your heart.
Yeah,
to
no, I didn't. The worst thing that happened to me, and wasn't even bad, was I asked somebody to go to school dance, but they already had a date. Like, you know what I mean? It was nothing bad. I didn't get.
So you never experienced turn down before, for real?
No, turn down, yeah, but that's not heartbreak.
Okay.
That's just slight
So
rejection.
you turn down.
I think enough turn down can change you as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, not one turn.
If you-
One turn down doesn't
One, no,
break you.
several. It has to be several turn downs. But one
honestly-
heartbreak.
Honestly,
destroys a man. for
One
sure.
heartbreak.
It may not. One heartbreak.
One
But
heartbreak.
turn downs, actually now I don't know because you kind of develop like a callus. and then you start going for like, oh, it's quantity over quality. You're just shooting at everything.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to getting turned down.
I don't know. A lot of them red pill dudes, it's from a lot of turndowns.
Yeah.
They
Some of those dudes, they just snap and now they hate women and then they treat women like trash because they were essentially geeks growing up and didn't get women. But it's just like, some of them, not all of them, but like, but I do think some dudes operate that way. My dad is that. My dad was always a numbers guy. He was always just like, yo, you shoot until you get one. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I shoot 100 times and I get 2, I won, in his opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't. I never could operate
I couldn't
like that.
shoot.
I couldn't shoot like that.
I wasn't a volume
One, I
shooter
didn't want
either.
to bother women like that.
Yeah.
Like I was such an observer even as a kid that when I was watching how everybody else moved, I was like, I can't be one of those.
But here's the thing.
And I had a lot of female friends. So when I'm hearing them talk about men, I'm like, I ain't gonna be that nigga that y'all talking about in the bathroom or whatever that's thirsty or desperate or you know talk to hell.
I would say it's also easier though to not be a volume shooter when women kind of can't, like for me, I would say a good amount of women that I got with too, they came at me like, "What's up?" Or at least I got a note or somebody said, "Hey, my friend thinks you're cute." Like something was alive in there to where I was getting girls pretty easily and I didn't have to necessarily approach every girl that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes, they got it. Their only thing is the approach. Like they're not getting women like I gotta talk to, I gotta holla, and then eventually like they either build up a wall to where just like there's just, they can holler as much as they want. If you say no, they're already on to the next girl before you even finish the O on no. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to have a certain level of, you know, like I'll take anything in you. Like another reason why I didn't shoot everybody because I didn't want everybody.
Yeah.
I wanted a small select few.
That too.
That's it.
Yeah, that too.
So I wasn't a volume shooter because I didn't like the shots.
like it's a bad shot.
Nah, yeah, like
hand in my face,
I'm trying to keep
defender
my
on me,
percent.
get double teamed. I don't like
This is not a good shot. This is not a good shot. A fadeaway over 3 people? That's not a good shot.
So you were LeBron. You were willing to pass it off.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to make the right play.
I'm going to hit Ray Allen on the side over there.
I'm going to make the right play every time. You know? So, yeah, I didn't shoot a lot because I honestly didn't want a lot.
Yeah. Were you a shooter, Gary?
No.
You was a shooter like that?
I always search for like a deeper connection.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Here this guy go. You was always a deep connection nigga since
Be
middle
for
school.
real. For real, at a young age.
At middle school, you was in.
Middle school, I was like,
what does her heart say?
Middle school, I was writing like 4 pages. Like, it's like obviously like.
Why? Because Aaliyah said so?
Huh?
Because Aaliyah said so?
Yeah. That was like back around that time. I was like, this is the time.
Page
I'm trying to stretch it. I was like, I'm at 2.5. If I could get.
If I start double spacing this bitch.
Nah, I don't know. It was just something like I always wanted to just have like something. I think because I didn't thrive on just a like objective, like physical, like I like you, you like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just like the very.
Or did you want to get into it so you could be an asshole?
Nah.
Because I would argue that somebody like you is a bigger asshole than somebody like me. Because I'm not playing in here.
Ooh.
It depends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
depends.
I might be like, hey, this is it, but I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
I feel like that is more evil than the way I am.
It don't feel like it is.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily evil because I don't know my own intentions until we go on that journey.
But still,
once we go on that, I can't just look at you and just be like, oh yes, I see a future in us. It's like, no, I'm interested in you. Let's see where this goes. And if it goes, you know, where it goes.
But you don't dip out when it gets array when it arrives.
Because I still don't know where it's gonna go until
it's already.
I don't know,
If it's
I don't
a
know
shit
where the
show
ride's
already,
gonna go until it ends. Yeah, but people can come out of that. You can come out of that.
Nah.
There's for sure.
There's volatility in all relationships.
There's red flags and everything to know. Like I should get out of here, but I'm not because either the pussy's good or
I'm
I'm
enjoying the
going to keep doing
chaos.
Yeah.
Do you thrive in chaos? Do you enjoy it? Part of you enjoy it?
I enjoy a challenge.
You enjoy the chaos?
I enjoy a challenge. I enjoy a challenge.
Okay.
I enjoy
the match.
an
Rewording
adventure.
it.
Yeah, he enjoys the mess.
So do you
I
secretly
enjoy
watch
the
Love and
Are you
Shop and
dramatic,
Basketball
Gary?
Wives?
Yeah,
Do
are you
watch them
dramatic?
shows?
No,
Do you
I'm
like
grown
drama?
now. We're talking about when we were younger.
Well, I was saying, did you secretly watch those shows back in the day?
Well, I mean,
No,
I never
watched any of those shows.
I
Only shows I watched was Love and Hip Hop, and then I got into like the other
That was
reality
later.
stuff,
That was
Real
later.
World. I got into like Real World and
Real
shit
World,
like that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
watched The Bachelor.
That was early. I never watched that.
I watched
Me
that.
neither.
That shit is.
I would say from the
magnificent.
mentality of somebody that like might like the drama in a sense, but like trying like the chaos.
The
you
chaos
know.
of love. What does love mean?
I mean, I don't
Love
think,
is not just
What
easy,
is
just
love?
smooth sailing. We are perfectly compatible. Like it's not. What does
but
it mean?
I also don't think love needs to be
But
chaotic.
what does love
though.
and what does
It doesn't
love
have
have
to
to
all-
do with like?
Nothing is always chaotic. But you deal with the chaos in order to have the finer moments, the great moments. Everything just doesn't perfectly align all the
No.
time.
What I'm saying is, I didn't even say always chaotic. I said love doesn't have to be chaotic in general. I think.
Yeah,
I
but
think
there are elements of chaos in love.
Okay.
But why does it have to be love? Especially at
Because
a young
ultimately
age.
that's what we're all searching for.
No, not when you're fucking 15.
I was always searching for like a deeper connection.
I mean, there was
Always.
times, I don't think I knew what love was, or like even really could comprehend close to what love was at 15. But I feel like,
Like
I wanted
15,
a
our
connection.
hormones
at
are
15.
running crazy. And
I
it's
was-
like,
I had girlfriends at that age, so I can't
you
sit
know
there
what I
and
mean?
say
No, a lot
that.
of people have relationships, but
Yeah.
like, no one's. I mean, some people, not no one, but most people aren't in high school. Like, I'm looking for my husband and my wife.
No, and it wasn't. I wasn't like. Actually, I may have been looking for my husband. It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
The lean in.
No, I was honestly like, I was searching for something. I don't know exactly what it was.
Father?
Possibly.
So you're looking for your father and other men?
Other women?
No, but
I was searching for something deeper though. I definitely wasn't just on some
Right.
like, oh, I'm at the party. Oh, you think I like you? Whoa, let's get down. Like, what's up? What's
That
up? What's
can't
up?
be
What's
how
up?
it always
I
been.
wasn't.
Well,
I wasn't on that.
You two knew each other growing up, so y'all know. But so you're telling me in every single instance, like you were looking for a woman that was like, you know, it has to be a deeper connection. When there was like, yo, I'm just trying to smash tonight.
Yeah,
This
I
one.
was, and which is part of the reason. And I can tell you, even like in 8th grade, there was a girl that I was drawn to. You know what I mean? Like, but she was a nobody. She was essentially a nobody. I've always been interested in girls who were not in the limelight, the popular. Like, I was never.
Thought you like a challenge, though.
Huh?
Thought you like a challenge.
That is a challenge.
It's a
like
challenge. I see what
bringing
you're
her
saying.
out of her shell, like
Right.
finding out who she is.
But
And what's interesting about her.
Isn't getting the one that everybody wants a challenge to?
Yeah, but the thing that everybody wants, I don't want.
So you
Why?
so
You
hold
afraid you're
on.
gonna lose?
Because it seems like that's figured out. Like it seems like everything that you need to know about them, it's all out there. It's
Right.
all on the surface.
So-
I was looking for somebody like that was like a little flying under the radar, but like had, you know what I mean?
So Gary, you were a 10 things I hate about you type nigga. Like you were like a romantic high school movie nigga to where it's just like, yo, let's find the girl that nobody knows who she is. She's an underdog, but she's kind of cute, maybe, and then let's make her cuter in a sense.
Oh,
where like,
what's that movie called?
Yeah.
Freddie
Just-
Prince Jr.
there's so many of those
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
That was every movie in the late 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s. Yeah, it's just like, were you that type of dude?
I was
just like,
that's what I was
he's
naturally
also a
attracted
dick,
to.
though. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get to the.
so you
like,
know,
why?
He's always an asshole to people, women, a dickhead.
I never treated anyone poorly. I was always
You-
very
you're-
fair. I was always very
You
fair.
never treated anyone poorly.
I mean,
I need to zoom in.
I never treated anyone like in our interactions and our encounters. I never treated anyone like horribly. But I mean, you know, I've done things. You know, I was disloyal.
That sounds like that.
Who
can
are
be
you
taken-
referring
that
to?
can be taken, that can be taken to as horrible.
This nigga
though.
is cheesing. I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
can be taken as horrible though.
Because I know how much you just be manipulative and shit. That's
I'm
not,
no.
good.
I am naturally manipulative. I'm not
not
like
good.
it's not with evil intentions. I'm just like
Your personality is a manipulative
my
But,
personality is manipulative.
but you're intelligent enough to know when it's happening and you will not stop.
Yeah.
I don't know until months later, dog.
You know already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
You're
know
evil.
what
Gary prides himself on being highly intelligent. So for him not to
Evil.
know shit, something like that, he's bullshitting for sure.
I don't be knowing, dog. I
nigga's
really
evil.
don't.
For sure, you for sure.
I really
you
don't.
Yeah.
No, but I really don't like.
Maybe younger. You
It
probably
really just
didn't.
be like.
Like I'm
oh,
not saying
let's have an
you're
experience.
like want to do that, but I'm saying you're aware enough to when it's happening, you won't be like, let me pull out of this. You'll just keep.
I won't pull out. I'll pull back.
That's still bad
I'll
though.
pull back.
Because there's been times when I've been messing with a girl and I've been like, yo, you know what? What I'm doing is not right. And I've stopped talking to some girls because of that. When I got older, I ain't gonna say that I did it when I was in my early 20s. I didn't. But like when I was like late 20s going into my 30s, I'd be like, this ain't right. Like this, I see where this girl's mind is going, and I see where I want to go.
Right.
And it's not going to go there.
So, and
So
I'm
let me
saying
get out
I
of
did
it.
that early, like, but I would do it pre anything.
Right.
Like I remember there was a girl who wanted to talk. Like she was like, "What's good?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I will fuck your life up." Like out the gate. I didn't even give her a chance to try and like me. I even got other girls be like, "Tell her I will fuck her." Like they was like, "You don't want these problems."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, you're going to like me. You're going to, and I'm not going to give you shit back."
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. There were girls who wanted me to take their virginity. I refused. I was like, I'm not gonna give that to somebody who gives a shit.
Right, that's
I'm
real.
not that guy. I'm not that guy. This is high school. This is 16.
Yeah.
17. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Most people don't have that type of emotional
like, I'm
maturity,
good.
to be
I'm
honest.
The first time I was, but you've also had never been hurt,
True.
so you've never had the trauma.
So you
as
think
well.
trauma makes people want to give other
Yeah,
people trauma?
I've been like hurt.
So you want to give it back?
I've been like hurt
I have
at like 12, 13.
So you wanna give it back?
By girls.
So is that the reason?
No, it wasn't. No, it was just searching for something else. So I think maybe, I don't know, I think maybe even fucking with girls on like a surface level, just like with the in crowd, and then being hurt from that. And
Made you go after the lower
Make
chicks.
me go like, that's not my, like, I don't like that feeling. I'm trying something a little more obscure.
Is it too if the girl that's on the low that nobody really knows about, if she does hurt you, nobody knows and cares? So it's like, all right, even if she does hurt
What do
me.
you do if the girl on the low hurts you? Is that
Hold on,
how you
I'm
turn to
trying-
dudes?
Now we're just talking like hypothetical, but because I didn't hurt anyone like for real until I got to like college.
I'm just laughing because
I didn't like really truly like break a heart until I got to
you turn to
college.
dudes because the one on the bottom hurts you, the one on the top hurts you. On the bottom, I got nowhere to go. I gotta hop on his dick.
When do we get to that point? Yeah, when do we get to that point? No, but
That's funny.
I always say I pull back because for me, and again, like I have a lot more closer relationships with women than I do men. So for me, the relationship with a woman doesn't begin and end with like intimacy. So even if we're no longer like intimate, and if we both still find value in that friendship, then yes, I'm pulling back. I'm not pulling completely out and cutting someone completely out of my life. Like it's not that serious to me.
But it might be serious for them. Like you might
It
have
might
to,
be, and
you might
and
have
I-
to just get out of there for them.
And I
Right.
leave, and I let them make that decision.
They
if you
can,
find-
sometimes they're incapable.
Yeah.
I don't determine that. I never put
'cause
myself.
know,
Yeah.
Like I'll say it. I mean, this is what the show's about. I don't trust women's feelings at all or emotions. Sometimes they don't know what the fuck is good for them.
It's best for me to make the decision for you. For something like that, I'm not gonna
When it
like
comes
you-
to emotions, I don't trust them. I'm gonna make the decision for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to like
Because
Because
it's
you
different.
ain't-
Yeah,
you
it's
can't.
different.
You
when
ain't
it
got
comes
it.
to particularly like that, when I know you're not gonna make the right decision when it comes between us, like knowing you, like you said, get out of it, and you're like, what I'm not tripping no more. It's like, look, I know you saying you still want to do this, but you don't want to do this. So let me make a decision for me to pull out and not. us do
Or
this
you
anymore.
might in your head,
What
you might think
age
you
are
can.
we talking about though?
You might really think you can, and I know you can't.
What
I'm
age?
like-
What age are we talking about?
I mean, like I said, I was denying sex and shit when I was in high school.
Were you just scared?
No, I really didn't want the attachment of it. I didn't want the. I was
Where
like,
did you see that? Because we're talking about high school relationships. There's like not the stakes are not that high in high school relationships.
But you saw how girls reacted when a dude hit, and then that was it. Some of them shut down. Some of them didn't want to date them or something. And you're just like,
Or some of them were like-
and then just the drama that comes with. I've always been anti-drama, and I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't want. The reason
So
why I
you-
didn't like feelings because
That's
feelings
why.
lead to drama.
Yeah. When did you lose your virginity?
16.
So that's still in high school.
Yeah, same. I lost my
Yeah.
16.
16 too.
16?
Hey man.
Yeah,
Hey,
16's a good age, man. 16's a good age.
When I should have lost it, I should have lost it.
Oh, I should've lost it,
I
like,
should have
yeah.
lost it at like 11.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was scared then.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah, I was afraid. Yeah,
I was
afraid.
at 12, 13. They was trying. I was like, I no way. I was terrified.
Can you get molested by somebody your same age?
No, not
can't?
molested.
Okay.
Wait, but it is statutory rape. Whoever's older.
No, I'm saying like, cause like the time when I almost did with it, like I was about to do something.
You can be assaulted. I don't think the word molested can be applied if you're the same age.
I think
Okay.
it's statutory. Oh, you're talking about like by force.
Just
No,
somebody
no, no,
being
no.
like aggressive. I think you can be assaulted.
Yeah, because like the aggression, because let's say like
Wait, what is the definition of molested?
Yeah, because niggas be throwing that shit around. But it's just
people-
like,
Hey,
but
bro,
I
you don't
think
want
it
that
is-
in your algorithm, dog.
because like around like 11 or like 10 or 11 years old or whatever it was, like yeah, it was like I was about to be I was about to do something that I wasn't comfortable with. I was scared, and this girl,
Because you know how your grown dick.
It was that. She wanted me to eat pussy and everything like that. I didn't know how to eat pussy. I didn't know none of that stuff. I was gonna bite the pussy like I was eating it.
Oh no, you can. Oh shit. The sexual assault or abuse of a person, especially a child. So I think we only use it for kids.
Yeah.
Because it's like especially, but technically, yes, you can be molested anytime. It's sexual assault.
But what I'm saying is somebody can an 11-year-old molest another 11-year-old?
By definition, yes.
Okay. That's crazy.
Because you can sexually assault somebody your own age. So
I guess I'm saying too in that sense, like, I'm not saying this doesn't count because it counts. But what I'm saying is, like, that's crazy. It's like, of course, and most kids around that age don't have even the emotional or sexual maturity to know what they're even doing at that age. Whereas, like, an adult, you know that you're doing this to somebody. You know that you're about to destroy somebody's life. Whereas if it's two people the same age, you might be like, I don't know. This is just like,
I'm just horny.
Yeah, I'm just
fucking imitating some shit I saw on TV.
Exactly.
Or some shit that was done to me.
So is it considered the same as what I guess
I guess the intention of it isn't the same.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Is there, what do you call it?
There's a girl in high school too that we knew, not high school, there's a girl in middle school that she was like, yo, telling cats like, yo, buy the dumpster, come get it. Like, and people were just like,
buy the dumpster?
All right, like, by the dumpster, like where her apartment complex was. It was crazy.
Something happened to her for sure.
Oh, for sure. We ended up finding out later that, like, yes, grown men, and it was crazy. But it's like that's just a scary and crazy thing to think about.
But going back to your original question, yeah, dudes one time. Heartbreak.
Pull out.
Dudes one time heartbreak, women several times before they become niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder with this day and age, with this new generation, are the women becoming more and more like the dudes when it comes to like one and done?
I think this generation is doing pre niggas ain't shit. They ain't even hurt yet. They're just already coming in like. I'll be looking at these comments of these dudes, and they just be like, I'm like, you're 17, nigga. Like, what are you so angry about? Like,
the patriarchy.
They're just watching podcasts, and they're just getting upset. And I think they're operating, I think previous generations operated from a place of hurt.
Right.
And this generation is operating from a place of fear. I don't want that to happen to me. So now, bitches ain't shit already because I don't want it to happen. Niggas ain't shit already because I'm going to try to avoid being done wrong or hurt or whatever because that's what it looks like is out there and I'm terrified, so I'm good.
I think some dudes in our generation were the same way. I think some dudes were kind of like yo, I'm not going to fall in love because I know if I do and I get hurt, like it's going to destroy me. And then
that's a weird thing to speculate though.
That's what they're doing. You look at the comments. That's what they're doing.
It's not a weird thing to speculate because you're looking at all the heartbreak from your parents to your friends to your aunts to people that are like, now that you have access to the internet, you're seeing these videos in your algorithm all the time where people are talking about their stories about how they got cheated on, all type of stuff.
Yeah, but you don't know hurt until you feel hurt.
But they're operating from a place. Most people don't know what the fuck to talk. Most people don't know shit about boxing.
Yeah,
about what?
It's a thing we be saying.
Most people don't know shit about boxing. And so they're just operating just from what they see. Like they just. And I've been talking to people about that lately, especially at our age, where marriage and kids is a lot of, topics of discussion. And people are starting to admit that the reason why I didn't want kids or the reason why I never saw a healthy version of that.
Right.
Or I never saw, like a lot of people say, I don't want kids. That's because you go out, kids ain't shit. Like and then people tell me like, well, I'm not yours. Or like, let's say most people got to see the upraising of like Tony's kids or my kids or
I said
on stage.
I say all the time.
You know what I mean? If they saw this dynamic of a family, most people would be like, I want a fucking family.
I say it all the time. Keon and his upbringing of his family was a part of my reason being like, man, my aunts were the reasons too. But yeah, I know, niggas.
No, I was just saying. I mean, how old is Keelan? Keelan's like 9.
Keelan 8 now.
He's 8. It's like, nigga, you still got some time to fuck up. Like, it's still plenty of time.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying in the sense of like seeing a family and stuff like that, and seeing like seeing even discussions happen, and them being able to talk things out and not being like going off the rails and being like and seeing physical abuse and shit like that. I grew up seeing just physical abuse.
Right.
I grew up seeing people getting thrown down the stairs, people getting beat up. and shit like that. So seeing,
but it was a Super Nintendo, my nigga. Like things needed to be done.
Things need to be done. But then even when Keon's mom and stuff moved in, that's like I got a chance to see even her relationship with Chaz. It was just like, all right, so now I'm seeing two healthy relationships in front of my face for an extended amount of period of time.
But were you not aware that your dynamic growing up was not normal at all?
I don't think it matters though.
At first I didn't. At first, when I was younger, I thought that what I went through, because a lot of my friends were going through the same. I had a lot of friends that were also abused. I had a lot of friends that their parents were getting divorced or were divorced.
Crack was real, nigga.
So exactly. So it was like, in all honesty, like what I saw was considered normal. Seeing the people stay together and be friendly was like, I think I had a homie named BJ. Like him and like his parents were like still together. They had like a big old nice house. But all my other friends had like, they were like damn near divorced or something like that.
I remember I had a friend tell me that, you know, they do those things like which show got to go, whatever. Yeah. And they said they didn't like Family Matters and Family Matters and Fresh Prince because that shit wasn't real.
They said about the Cosby Show too.
Yeah, they was like that ain't real. Like nigga, like Good Times, that was real. Or like you know, Single Mom, that's real. Like, and it's just like, no, it's not.
People legit also real though. But what they're both are real.
Right, but they're in their mind, they're like, this is fake. This is full on fake.
If I don't see that, like remember they said that the Cosby people, some black people hated the Cosby because this is like, this is not real. Like I don't know anybody's family who has a doctor and a lawyer as parents, and their whole family's together, all by the same siblings, and they all got money, live in a nice big ass house like this. They didn't see that growing up, so to them it's just like, yo, this is not reality to me. And it's just like, if that's not what you see from like the ages of like 3 to like 14, 15, I can kind of be like, I mean, it can be understandable for some people.
Yeah,
I understand it. I've had several dudes tell me, you know, they was, you know, D-Lo. We don't give a fuck about no, right? And they'd be like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, you make marriage look fun. Like if that's what it could be, I would want that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want the shit I saw growing up or the shit I dealt with myself, but if that's a possibility, and I would want that. So, you know, I think everybody's reality is, you know, and I just learned this maybe over the last few years that like our perceptions of reality is just based on our own
experiences.
You know, and it's all it could be fucked up or good or naive, whatever.
But also, you know, the way people present their families now is also sort of an extension of just like how we present ourselves online. So you're really only seeing like the best elements and parts and moments of family that makes it look like, you know what I mean? It's all presented
even that people are just like, oh yeah.
And from the black perspective, it's like, oh, this is a possibility of what it can be. So I think it's also a testament just to the time as a whole and technology as a whole of like seeing more like positive, more positive sort of relationships and dynamics between black people and the black family.
And shout out to people who are doing that, who are keeping their bullshit offline.
In-house?
Yeah. Like I feel like we live in a time now where everybody wants to show everything. Yeah. And it's like nobody asked for that.
It's interesting though. That's an interesting question too. Because, you know, there was so much of fluff and so much of just like optimism on the internet and on social media that people will spiral into depression if they don't have that life.
Right.
But it's like, no, that's not their life. That's just a part of their lives. Yeah. Like they dealing with shit too, but we don't see that. All we're seeing is like, oh, they up, you know what I mean? Yeah. This a win. It's like, that's why, you know, it's important to also present your losses, but then don't be full on like, that's all you do is lose and all you are is drama.
I think it's important to be transparent, but you don't have to show it. I think the way couples, for those couples who do that shit online, I think the way to do that is, you know, show positive, but when y'all sit down and talk, remember that time that, you know, like, express that, but not a real time fucking texting back and forth and screenshot. Keep that. Remember the time you was tripping, and because you can laugh about it now. You can, because I think people want to. Somebody told me that in my comments because I said, I don't like, you know, relationship goals. I don't like none of that shit. Like, don't look at me and think, you know, that's what I want, blah, blah, blah. And they said, nah, we like it because we like to see people come out of stuff. Uh-huh. And we like to see that what?
I'm just thinking like, there's like relationship goals and they like point to you and your family and like how do you shit. And you're just, but it deeply embedded in that is like, no, it's not that like, I want to be them. I just wish that I looked the way that they look. Like, I wish I was as pretty as this family is. At the end of the day, it's not like, yeah. Like, it just looks better on them. Family just looks better on them because they're also attractive.
Bro, the fact that you said that is so funny because literally last week, Kati was like, she said this jokingly, but she was like, okay, I get it. Because, like, we were, between the holidays and vacation and everything, she was like, if another person says you have such a beautiful family, I'm going to fucking lose it.
People ain't living up these ugly families. Like, ugly families are out here doing well as well.
Yeah. Doing so good. Doing so well.
Ugly families are having good communication.
Good communication.
They're building. They're having constructive
good
conflict.
careers.
The majority of good
But then they take that family pic and they're like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah. The majority of good
I want that
families.
kind of happiness.
The majority of good families are probably ugly families. If you want to be honest. The majority of good families, or probably at least somebody is. It's not a.
Because that's all they have.
Wait. The majority of happy families are ugly.
But can you be happy and be ugly?
Because I think there is something to what y'all saying about like some people looking at, a family that is aesthetically beautiful and then being like, I want that. Then seeing a family that's like, they might look like, they look kind of rough around the edges, like, but then it's like, no,
Not a shade.
But their happiness is crazy,
Yeah.
for real. But their happiness is amazing.
But then you're watching, it's like, there's no way they're that happy.
Yeah, this is
They're ugly.
Yeah.
This is possible.
So
His heart has to be hurting.
And you said she's overweight. She's in high school. There's no way. There's no way.
you know what's fucked up? If you read the comments on that shit, that's what people be saying.
Yeah.
They be like, he's not happy. He hates
He
himself.
looks like
Yeah.
his dick little.
She's
There's no
like,
way.
Yeah.
You know, but because I argued with her, obviously, like I said, we were joking, but I was like, do you think, and I still stand on this, I understand that yes, that is a thing.
Right.
That people probably are like, no, physically, that looks nice. But I feel like people find a certain beauty in the family dynamic itself.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So
for
they
sure.
see a father, they're like, oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
Even if we were rough around the edges,
Bro.
when people see the families, they're like, that is beautiful.
Matching outfits,
They'll
all
be
that
in
stuff.
Costco
Yeah.
shedding a tear around the corner.
I get
Kiss my
so
ass.
many compliments when I'm just out with my kids alone.
Oh,
I get nigga.
it's insane.
Oh my god. Oh nigga. Dope fiends? Oh, dope fiends praise me. They praise me on the streets. It's
Don't
like, you
let
doing a
them
good
end up
job.
like me, nigga.
Yeah. I had this one random woman. She was like a professional woman. I was walking back from the park with Pilot at my mom's house, so he's in Pittsburgh, and she's like getting into her car, and she said it was the wildest thing, just like randomly. She's like, "Don't ever let another man raise your kids. You're doing a good job."
I've had
I'm
that.
just walking in the morning with
Yeah.
my son.
I've had that.
And but
How you didn't put the other man though? You could have been the other man.
Right?
Hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
But Jess's disdain for like the praise that I get on the streets, like she's just completely ignored. They just ignore her completely.
Oh, even when y'all together.
Oh yeah, when we were together. Oh, they'd be like, "Oh, look at that man. He's such a good father." Like it's fucking.
That's
she's like, "So I'm just
wild.
fucking invisible."
That's your white privilege, Jess. Deal with it. Like,
Yeah.
no one gives a fuck if you're a good parent.
Oh, it's
we
so
had
funny.
to earn this.
But just the
Yeah.
expectations that mothers are like, they don't get any recognition.
I don't know. I think it's because you're a black father.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think it's that.
when I'm with
That's a big
Kati, she gets her love as well because they can still perceive her as like, oh, she's just light skinned, or she's
Yeah.
just. So they're like the black, you know what I mean?
So
They
she
can still.
so she should have to wear a T-shirt that says "I'm not black."
Jess is getting overlooked because she's white.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why.
gonna make Kanye T-shirt that says "I'm not black." So
I'm mixed.
hold the applause.
They'd be like-
T-shirt, hold the applause.
we were in Mexico, and the boys. She was walking by with the boys, and this black woman stopped her, and she was like, "Can I just say you have a beautiful, like your kids are so well behaved." That's another thing too. I think that plays a factor in people saying you have a beautiful family when they don't mind your kids.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
bad kids, people hate bad kids,
They do.
with a
Yeah.
passion. And I
Yeah.
think because my kids are good kids and stuff, people also like, yeah, like.
When they look at you guys, like you guys raised, they're this way
Right.
at you guys. When they see bad children, they look at the parents like, what are you not
What the
doing?
fuck
Or
are
like,
you
what's
doing?
up?
Yeah.
But also, what's like a bad kid though?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
We've all seen.
There's kids who are like rambunctious. They have energy. Like
This, I think,
But in energy, I don't think energy bothers anybody. I think the non-correction and the non-gathering of that energy bugs everybody.
Yeah.
Like you got a kid who's hyper, fine. But your motherfucker running up and down the aisles all day, everybody like, yo, somebody get this kid.
Say something.
Really?
Take him somewhere, do something like
I'm
goddamn.
I'm a let the kid live until they're being destructive. If you're being unless you're being destructive, have your emotion, dude. Like there's such a fine amount of time that you're gonna like actually be able to be free before you have to be completely obedient to like the expectations of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, don't let the motherfucker run around. Like, he's not hurting anyone.
I'm like run around, but also, nigga, if you bump into an old lady, or you knock over something. Hey, nigga,
and you're not saying you're sorry.
That's enough.
Yeah,
and a lot of parents they don't have that at all.
Right.
It is just, where's your child? I don't know, breaking shit somewhere, running around. It's like, yo, you don't even have an eye on them. You're not even cognizant of the other people in the room that don't like this shit. Yeah. You're just like, my kid, and then it comes off as your kid is more important than everybody else. And then it becomes a fuck you then.
I've had a child bump into me multiple times. And then I don't necessarily get mad at the kid because I know it's a child, right? But I do I make eye contact with the parent, like, get this nigga now. And if you just kind of just like looking at me back, like, I'm just letting them be a kid. It's just like, no, like, to me, it's like you say, when it comes to a parent, it's like, correct what somebody else is like, that's not my problem. I have to deal with your little kid being
I hate parents who act like everybody has to accept your child.
No.
And I say that as a parent, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
But now if somebody does it, I'm real quick to be like, it's okay. I understand. I got kids.
Right.
So like if somebody like some kid is running, cuts me off, and the parents like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh no, it's fine.
One little thing
because I know they're like, we understand what happened. But the parents who act like y'all got to work around my kid, fuck out of here. Yeah. Like no, we don't.
It still depends for me.
I'm
it
like,
depends for me because in my headspace, I'm always like, what is this about us and our convenience, or is it about the kids? Because if it's about the kids, then I think a lot of people will kind of change their tone and their energy around it. Like, but if it's just about us and our convenience, and we don't want to hear the noise or we don't want to like deal with things, then that's a separate conversation.
I think it's about just the complete ignoring of the situation.
And then also like mental health too, because like a lot of these kids got ADHD, or they're saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have one of those kids. I'm saying, I'm not buying that. So you got an ADHD kid in your presence, and he's like seemingly not out of control, but he's a little more chaos. Are you like, yo, get your son? Or are you like, hey, I understand, like, get that nigga some Ritalin? Get him some Ritalin, like whatever.
Yeah, do we know?
There's always a possibility. Do you need to? Do you need to know? Do you need a prescription?
It all depends on the parent's reaction. Everybody is watching the parent.
And
what are you doing?
And the parent is having a good time.
Then it's like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all as a family. Fuck y'all as a family.
The parent is having a good time.
Fuck y'all as a whole family. That's a whole family.
Because at the end of the day, let's say, especially if we're in a setting, we're in a group setting, and this is all happening with the kids going around. You see that your kid is obviously doing it, and you go like, hey, my child's a little, or hey, this is. Then that's different. But if you just sitting there like, I don't give a fuck, like, y'all gotta deal with it when he's around you. It's just like, I don't have to deal with that.
It's not necessarily. I don't know.
Are you a bad parent, Gary?
No, I'm not a bad parent. My kid is completely.
But I've seen you with your kid. You don't let him run all. You're with him.
No, he doesn't. But I do understand, like, sometimes there are moments where it's just like let the kids be kids.
And environment matters as well.
Yeah.
Birthday parties, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If everything gets right. I don't give a shit.
I don't know what scenarios we're talking about. Are we at church? Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, he said it multiple times at a grocery store.
But grocery store or
that's different.
But like, no, if it's a birthday party, I expect shit to get broken.
Yeah.
I expect there to be
that moment.
But at the same time, there's levels to that too. Like, if the birthday party's outside and I walk in and your little nigga run around on my couch, fuck off my couch, bro. What's wrong with you? Like, take that shit outside. Yeah. But outside, nigga, if whatever, I don't give a shit. Even when the kids come to me crying over something, he did it. Go like, y'all deal with that shit. Like, it's gonna happen.
Because that's a good question. That raises a good question. The couch. The couch is always a hot topic.
Well, I'm not aggressive. I'm like, I don't know how y'all get down at your house.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Some people have. Yeah. You can jump on the couch.
However you have, but we don't do that here. Like whenever I talk to kids, it's very here. This is the rules here.
Yeah.
Wherever, if they go over there, when they go to your house, fine.
Yeah.
But even my kids at somebody else's house, I'm like, don't do nothing you wouldn't do
Don't act the fool.
here. Don't act
I
the fool when
always
nobody
kept
else
talking.
out.
It was a shirt grab.
Yeah.
Fucking up nobody else. house.
Don't
Like-
do shit you wouldn't do here, bro. Like,
So what if the parent was like, what if their child is jumping on your couch and you like you turn around and see it and they're just like, oh, he does it all the time. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. No. Immediately,
I
like
don't think a parent would do. I don't think a parent would do that.
I think there are white parents who would do
Shit.
No,
I think there are.
I've seen white parents are very much like they're very helicopter. They're very like trying to keep everything safe and shit. From what I've seen.
From what I've seen, I've literally had
So they're like,
parents.
no, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna
I've
hurt
seen them
like
in different
you're
spaces.
gonna hurt,
Yeah.
you're gonna hurt
I've seen
someone.
multiple-
The parents that I deal with literally ask me, "How do you get your kid to?" And then whatever the
Fill
thing.
in
And
the
I'm
blank.
like, "How are you asking me that? You're the fucking
Yeah.
parent. What are you talking about?"
Because people are afraid of being aggressive. You haven't gotten to where you've gotten in terms of conformity and obedience with your kids without being aggressive.
Oh, I've definitely been
Yeah,
aggressive.
so it's like people are trying to people are asking you like
Yeah.
how they see you and they see what you present and they're like, he did all of this without being aggressive?
No.
Tell me your secret. He's like, nigga, I've yelled at my children.
I've been aggressive, but I ain't know I can get to a level.
Yeah.
I told them this happens again, you die. Nigga, that's how you do this shit. Like, what are you talking about?
They got to scare them once or twice.
And then people are so I want my kid to be my friend, and they'll appreciate
They'll grow
what you
into that.
did when you got older.
Yeah,
like
most
when
kids grow into that stuff.
Most people will understand why this had to happen when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
especially, and I feel like I said, I don't hit my kids. Like I feel like when you come to old school versus new school,
You've
I'm
never
in the
hit
middle.
you've never hit either
I
of your kids
spanked
ever.
Kendrick when he was like 3 one time, and they still remember that shit. Both of them.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh, so Keelan caught it by proxy and was like, okay, I'm not
I
fucking
don't
with
want that.
Pops.
Like
Oh,
literally, I kid you not, maybe every once in a while, Keelan would just be like, Kendrick, remember that time that dad? Like, I'm like, how do y'all remember? It was
Yeah.
one time, and that was enough for them. They were
Yeah.
like, hell no.
Was it?
What took you there?
He wouldn't. It was he was already potty trained, and he went through this phase where he just would not stop shitting on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he was doing it like at the dinner table, and I'm watching. I'm like, you're not supposed to. It felt like a moment of like a challenge. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing this until, and I snapped. I was like, so I cleaned
snapped.
after I cleaned him up. Gave him a few pops on the butt. I bet not ever.
a few gentle little puppies.
No, not cool. It was gentle, but it wasn't.
He softened it. He's like, yeah, man, I just have to pop
There
him a
were
couple
no.
times.
That's not gonna do anything.
This nigga said, I was, this nigga was like,
Nah, nigga.
No, it wasn't.
Keep that
It
same
wasn't
energy,
here.
nigga.
Definitely his. Because I don't have to. Look at these hands. I don't have to. His booty this big.
Now you gotta talk about his hand
His
size.
booty this big.
All I have to do is squeeze it.
I
He's
think my
good.
hands are bigger than the width of his ass. So that's all you need.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
Right there. Another one of those.
Is that,
good to go.
is that what you told him? That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Stop
Right
shitting
there.
on yourself. Did you say
That's all
shit? Did you
need.
swear?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. By the way, which is funny, I noticed that if there's swearing involved, they like believe me.
Okay.
It's so weird. Like I can say the same thing, but I think my kids are intelligent, especially emotionally intelligent, especially Keelan. And I think that they know, like, oh, if he says this, he's really mad.
Yeah.
We don't want him to be
Okay.
really mad.
because you don't necessarily curse a lot or whatever.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
Gotcha.
So like, they're like, oh, if he's here, all right, bro.
Yeah.
My bad. And then, like I said, then the older they get, they're just getting smarter. Like, Keelan told me the other day, man, he was like, I had them empty all the trash. I was like, why don't y'all empty all the trash, just put it in the big trash. And they just did it. You know, I was like, y'all got to start having your little chores. Because all they do is make their bed, put their clothes away after I fold them, and keep stuff clean. That's pretty much it. They don't really have much to do. So I was like, take out the trash. So Keelan was like, you should give us more chores. And Kendrick was like, like, why? But I was like, for what? And he goes, I just feel like we should have more to do. I said, but why though? He said, I just want to give you a break. And I was like, oh, okay. And then as he said that, like immediately I thought about what was happening in that moment. And then at that moment, the reason why I was asking him to take out the trash, because I was making dinner, had to help them with their homework. I'm running around because we got to do, like, I'm doing all this thing. And Keelan is so, like I said, he's so in touch with what's going on. He probably felt like the stress of it and was just like, hey, man, I can I can do this if it's gonna.
Yeah.
If it's gonna take a little.
Doesn't hurt that Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
So,
But he's always been that. He's always been that kid. Keelan, Kendrick, no. Keelan has always been, like I said, when he saw our wedding pictures and he started crying, it kind of was like, what are you crying for? It's just beautiful. That nigga is just. He's just in tune with emotion and shit like that. Whereas Kendrick is kind of like, yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Like that ain't. So Keelan is just, I think he sees how much I do and running around, and he's very like, even when somebody can't do something on the outside, or hey, it's okay, it's fine. Like don't. He wants everything to just be, everybody be happy, and everybody. He's a diffuser in situations. There's a girl at school that likes him, and he doesn't like her. And I said, what'd you say? He said, I just told her I didn't like her. But he's like, but she dresses very beautiful. But like, he is going to make sure everybody feels good.
Right.
And I'm like, they told me that in kindergarten. He's the kid in kindergarten. If they're sitting by themselves, he goes sits by them to make sure they don't eat by themselves. Or, like he's just nice. He's just hella nice.
Damn.
And
you know what's crazy? Like hearing you say all of that, and it's all like very admirable, like virtuous work that he's doing. To know that there is a kid at his school calling him a bitch ass nigga right now.
Yeah.
It was just pure, fuck that kid. Fuck him. Fucking always trying to go the extra mile, philanthropic ass nigga. Fuck him.
Philanthropic
and that's why they're in MMA.
But it's not crazy that like
no, it's not.
Somebody can see that type of good and still like channel an aggression towards it.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
People are jumping on the couches.
And that's why I have my kids in MMA for that person that says, fuck that nigga. Oh, you think this like it?
You think it's a game?
This cute kid can't fight? Like, all right.
If your kids were dark skinned, would you have them in MMA still?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's just a discipline thing at
it's
that
just,
point.
Yeah, you just need it and it's necessary.
Yeah.
And the reason why I put them in it because they were so nice. I didn't want them being bullied or pushed over or whatever. I was like, you guys, I felt like they were gonna bend over backwards for people or just take anything. And I'm like, no. I don't need you doing that because I see how nice you are. So that's why I put them in it to start it. And then now they're just in it just to stay with it. I mean, I'm pulling them out in like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like,
you got the essentials.
Yeah, they don't need to do this shit for forever. And it's expensive as fuck. So I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I didn't realize sports and stuff. I mean, I guess when I was a kid, like Pop Warner cost maybe like a couple $100 with football, but I didn't realize it was my bad. I didn't realize it was that expensive.
Oh, sports sucks. Like it's the greatest, but it's also like. But you know what's funny? The cost now doesn't bother me as much because they're good.
Yeah.
When a nigga was trash, that's when you be like, I'm out here spending all my money and you can't score, nigga. Like.
Yeah, I would say most of the teams that I played on growing up, when Corey always played like a grade above me. So when Corey played, he was typically 1 or 2 when it came to business.
He was what?
1 or 2.
No, before that.
He was usually 1 or 2. So
just stop saying it.
Wait, this will make me laugh. There were so many words today that was kicking his ass, and I was like, just stop using those words. Just in my head, I was like, just don't use those.
Oh, that's so great.
When there's too many syllables, skip
it's
it.
like his favorite word too.
It is. It's definitely his favorite.
It's so great.
Typically is his favorite.
I don't see. So like I said, I get killed for typically. Which doesn't sound bad. Typically doesn't sound bad. And then I get killed for one person tried to kill me for orange. And I'm just like, what is I don't see it as
I feel like that accent just depends on where you're from. Orange or orange.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I'm from here, but it's just like, I just say I guess orange.
But that's how they say it in the East Coast.
Huh?
That's how they would say it on the East Coast. Orange.
I don't know. Maybe I know. I got some of my accent, even though I'm from.
You were still raised by your dad, who's a New York guy.
Right.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
That's true.
But I mean, I don't. When I say typically, I don't see it.
You nailed it right there.
Because you
nailed it.
Because it's like when
I stuck the landing in.
Yeah, when I say typically, it's like no, that's not what you say.
That's not what you say. You say typically. So right there, you killed it. Did very good.
Nigga stuck the landing. That's so ridiculous.
You stuck it for sure.
Anyway,
it was a word in the car. You said.
So you're saying Corey's usually a grade above you?
Yeah, well, usually he's either the best player or the second best player on the team, and the same with me. It's like I was either the best player or the second best player on the team. So it was just like
what was the hold on? I'm sorry.
When it came to
what was the
basketball.
team's like overall record? Because I need to know like in context.
Corey, I know for Corey, his team a lot of times got They were like either the best team made it to the championship, they won a championship. Like they were like typically like the better team. I know from my team.
Next episode, we're gonna do a typically count because you do say the word a lot. Like it's so
I don't
much.
know that's what you say that, but
Oh, you say it so much. Like me and Janelle, typically we So what was the record? What was the record of your teams?
What was your records?
My
usually?
teams, I would say usually, we had more winning records than losing records, but there were times where we were like bottom 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So being the best player on the bottom too.
Okay. I just want a context. That's all.
Yeah.
But I was still the best player like in the league though. So it's like in my my team might have been bad, but I was still averaging the most points. I was the best player out of all 8 teams or 10 teams that we had, or I was at least the second best player out of all 10 teams. So it didn't really matter. It was like, all right, you have one star on my team, and then sometimes you put a bunch of, my first team I ever played in the Boys and Girls Club with, they put like 3 girls on my team. And I actually,
So you were playing with girls?
Actually, we got like second or third place
We
that
did
year.
till 12. Then
Yeah,
stopped.
when you're like in 6 years old, 7 years old, they typically just mix the teams up.
Spike don't play with girls.
Little Giants. Yeah.
Spike don't care. Didn't you hear? Spike don't play with girls.
Spike was. I wonder what Spike is up to now.
Now,
I be looking at shit like that.
I saw-
Just like
I-
No, but not the actor, the character Spike.
Oh,
I
was
wonder if he
doing
made
now?
it to the league, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wonder
Nah,
if
he either flamed out or he got injured.
I think he flamed out.
Icebox was nice though. Icebox, the girl, she was good.
I think Spike flamed out. His dad wanted it so much that by the time
Yeah.
he made it to college, he got a scholarship. He made it to college, and then that was it.
Yeah, FCS probably.
Who
That was it.
do you think was the best out of that whole crew, Little Giants?
The
The quarterback. Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter was nice.
No, his name wasn't Peter.
Was it? I thought
No, it was
Peter.
What's his name?
what was his name? Someone with a G. What was his name? It wasn't Peter though. I know that for a fact.
Little Giants cast.
What was his name? The blonde kid.
Junior?
Junior. I know it was Jay. I was about to
Okay.
say Justin. Junior.
Look at Spike. Spike look crazy, bro. Look how big his jaw is.
Oh wow, maybe Spike did play.
He's huge.
Spike got on them roids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
damn.
I like, Icebox, she was nice.
Yeah, Junior was the best one.
Where the black kid at?
Oh, the
Hayden?
sticky.
Hands.
Nigga, that was the funniest part of the movie to me. When his hands got sticky, and he tried to get it off. Cause he nigga ran. He ran.
I want to rewatch that movie because as a kid, I had that on VHS.
I
remember we
rewatched
had
it with the kids.
It had a soft little packet that we had too.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah.
Still?
Oh, yeah.
I remember being funny still. All
It
that
was
type
funny.
of stuff. And nigga had wasn't Spike lifting like 2 fridges or some shit like that?
He had the
Something crazy.
fridge on his back.
Yeah, he
mini
walked
fridge.
out like,
And then he did pull-ups on his dad's arm.
yeah, did you get it, boy?
But the whole movie funny. Like even in the very beginning when they're picking teams and Rick Morales gets picked last.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
didn't play it, and he starts limping over to the girl. She's like, "What happened?" I'm hurt. All right, so he just started limping, and then like even as an adult, he was still that same guy.
Yeah.
Like he
Hey.
went to their house, they knocked on the door, and the daughter ran, and this nigga was leaning against the wall. I'm not looking, bro. I'm like, I
Hey.
was dying.
I remember that whole scene when the dude got the first pick, and then the other captain got the next 2 picks.
Yeah.
And we tried to do that shit for a minute. It was like,
Yeah.
no, this is not working. This is
did
not
that.
gonna
We
fucking.
did it.
Y'all did it?
Yeah.
We couldn't do that shit. It like that. The next 2 picks, and then the fucking drop off from that was just like.
Yeah.
Well, we did it because we had to do it that way because I was in my neighborhood. I was so much better than the other ones. I'm like, y'all. To make it fair, you have to take the next 2.
Yeah.
Because if I get one of these ones, you guys are not gonna win. Like you're
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna win.
I guess our talent pool
Yeah,
was
I mean,
a
yeah,
little
you was
more
not-
even.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, around
we
the
never
neighborhood.
tried. It's like that shit ain't.
Yeah,
that shit
so
don't work
they
for
took
us.
the next 2, and then we would go from there. And then sometimes I'd be like, just give me for my own challenges. I'd be like, give me the worst.
Oh okay.
Now it would get frustrated. Like losing though, I'm like, okay, I'm not. That would let me know where I was at.
Yeah.
If I would win with all the good, I'm like, okay, I'm getting nice. If I would lose with all the bad people, I'm like, I'm not good enough to carry scrubs. Like I'm not good enough for this shit.
I remember we used to play. Niggas really try to do the annexation Puerto Rico or whatever it's called. The play that
Should never work.
the annexation Puerto Rico. Like, come on, bro.
I stole it from there. It was Bruce Smith,
Emmitt Smith.
Tim Brown, and the white dude that played for the Vikings. I forgot his name. motivation.
Chris something, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Like a linebacker or
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was hot at that time. He was one of the guys.
Motivation.
But yeah, that did make a lot. Like it makes more sense now. Like when your kid's not playing, he's like all this fucking money,
bro.
Like
yeah.
Like now he wants to play. He's skipping baseball this year because he wants to play soccer again. And I'm like, go. You led the team in goals. Like, yeah. How much you want to play? What are you going to do? Like, what do you? Kind of sign them up for? They're playing. They have a program they do on Monday and Tuesday, and a thing he does on Sunday on top of his games and ever. But like if you're scoring 2 goals a game, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like fine. If you're the guy that people are like, who is this kid? Once people start doing that, like, whose kid is that? Then you're like, yeah, I'll shell it out. That's fine. But then when it comes to like, whose kid is that? Then it's like, hey man, we can't be paying for all this shit. Like,
which I know when we were younger, you had to play the sorry kids. Like at
you
least,
still do?
Yeah, mandatory play rule.
Yeah, it was like they have to at least play 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
It was like
you still have to do that.
Because I know I was playing majority of the game. I know Corey really ever got pulled out. I really ever got pulled out when I played. And then
it depends on the number too. Like you would hope some people didn't show up, so you could play more.
Yeah.
Because I know in baseball it was 2 innings and 1 at bat. That was the minimum you had to do for the bad kids.
Yeah.
And then in basketball, it was everybody had to play at least 2 quarters. But you had 10 people, then you had to like.
Yeah.
But if only 7 showed up, my dad could run. Us three out of the 4 quarters.
Right.
So he'd have 1 sit the third, and everybody playing the 4th, and like so you could manipulate that, and then but the talent level in basketball it was good. Like on my 7th grade team, 3 of us end up playing in college. Like we were good. So it was just like it was fun like that. So the 4th quarters of the games would be fun because everybody best players in the 4th quarter. So that was like the best part of the game. Or there'd be times when my dad was like, he'll sit me or he'll tell me just pass until we start losing, and then he'd be like, all right, go ahead, bro.
I now I'm thinking about it, with those rules, like the mandatory play rule, like I appreciate the coaches who would like, because in football when the NPR kids come in, nigga, you go to single wing, your best player, you put all them little niggas on the line, and then you just fucking just get what you can get,
right,
you know. But now I got like a respect for like guys who still try to teach the fundamentals and like run the regular offense, even with the scrubs or whatever.
Because you still want to teach.
Yeah, you still try to teach.
It's hard to like, I want to win, but also they gotta learn something,
right?
Because like there was one team in Keelan's basketball league that was getting blown out every game, but my dad went up to the coach and was like, I respect what you're doing. Because he could have easily just had one kid shoot all the shots, but he was like, move the ball. He taught them defensive. You could tell he was coaching these kids. Versus there's one guy who had the best player in the league. He just wanted to win, and that kid did whatever the hell he wanted. But your kids ain't learning shit.
Right.
I mean, you're not, and you're not subbing him out. So you're not giving nobody else a chance. And it's like, so I get it. I'm about that. I'm with you. I respect the learning of it.
I wouldn't do it. But I respect it.
I would not.
I'm trying to win.
I would do it until it's crunch time. Then I'm like, hey, you don't give it to Jimmy no more. Like, but it is expensive. But it's fun when your kid is good. It definitely, anybody who says it's full of shit. Yeah, like it's way more fun when your kid is good.
I started as a NPR player when I was 8, playing playing against 10, 11-year-olds. I started as an NPR player. And I got to pick my first game, and then ever since then, I was starting ever since then.
Yeah, it's like Keelan was terrible his first year of soccer, and then his second year he was cool, and then this year all of a sudden
it's taking off. Is he watching a lot of soccer?
He watches it, practices it, plays it. Like, that's all they do, and they're just getting really good at it. Like last game, he 1-on-3 spin moves. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
y'all getting good at this, but they do it. That's what they do like all the time. And then his natural athleticism is starting to kick in. So sometimes he just outrun people, and you can and the MMA of it. So when it continues to get physical, Keelan and Kendrick ain't tripping. Yeah, they're like, if this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. Man. Right. Like I've been punched. I gotta get punched in the face on Monday. So if this is what we're doing, fine. Let's do that.
I love it.
So I think all of it all correlates to, that's why people say kids should play all, like people nowadays are trying to specialize kids early. Yeah. And it's like, let them do everything. Yeah, let them do everything. It all works out. Now I know basketball next year is going to be better because his footwork is going to be better because all this soccer. So it's just like.
Yeah, we got in a basketball thing. I think we played soccer in elementary, like at school, but we never played organized soccer like that.
Yeah.
And then we played. Once we got into basketball at the Boys and Girls Club, it was over. Like it was like that was the main thing we played was basketball. And then we got into football, like Pop Warner, a little bit later.
Football, I did not. That was just to pass the time. These niggas was just too big, fast, and strong. I was like, nope.
I was just mad because I got in football. I signed up late for the Pacoima Wildcats, and so when I got on that team, everybody was already on the team. Like the coach was like, "Nah, this is our." Cause I wanted to play running back. He's like, "Nope, this is our running back." And I ain't gonna lie, that kid was nice.
Yeah.
We actually had 2 nice ass running backs.
Yeah.
He played high school, I think, went to college too. But like, I was like, there was like receiver. I was like, there was no, and I guess. When I played at that age,
You didn't throw the ball out.
You wasn't throwing the ball a lot. But
I threw 3 touchdowns.
So it's
we
understandable.
didn't throw that much.
But I still wanted to play receiver though. Receiver was like I knew I had good hands. I didn't know routes like that. I mean I knew routes like hood routes in a sense, but I knew
on the back of the football.
Yeah, but if you tell me how to run the route, I can run the route. I was faster than most of the kids, but it was just like nah, I was on the bench for a while. Then it was like they had me playing.
What number did you have?
I had 24.
Oh, okay. That's
That was my favorite number. 24 was my favorite.
Who was
number.
24 at that time?
In 98?
Yeah. I played football. Woodson? No, that was
he
rookie
already
year.
here?
He was rookie year in 98.
24 was just my favorite number. I didn't pick it because of a player. I picked it because I like 24. Because there was no NBA player that was 24 either.
What kind of cage did you have?
I don't think we was able to pick out cages like that.
Oh shit!
So you had a
Every
full
kid.
cage.
No, I didn't have
The bar?
I couldn't
pick, dog. They
Nah.
just gave them to
What'd you have, Dickerson?
I had a no.
Everybody.
We had the plastic face mask.
Yeah.
So I had a half.
We didn't have plastic. Ours was
And
metal.
then when we got like the metal bars,
Because I
then
remember
had
every kid was
Dickersons.
like, I need the bars, the bar, like
because I used we
Dickerson.
put tape on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for
you
no
know, I
reason.
didn't have the one in the middle, but I know we had metal bars, and I was able to stick my mouthpiece on the side. So
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
what they were called
Was
like
it
that.
one bar that just went like around?
No,
your
that was
shit?
punter,
One bar,
the
okay.
punter, the kicker.
It was like I don't know if it was like 4.
Yeah, they
like,
gave me the
2
open
and 2.
face, just the standard, grill
Yeah.
with the 2 lines and the
Yeah.
open face. And I was like, I wanted they was like, you're quarterback, bro. You don't
He's like,
need.
I don't care.
I was like, I want to look cool. And
Yeah.
then that's when Barry Sanders came out with that the auburn color, the orange visor, and every kid wanted the reflective visor and shit
Yeah.
like that. And I
Yeah.
was like, I want a visor. They was like, you are quarterback. Like, what are you?
I
what are you not
I
getting?
wanted the tights. I remember some people had like the shiny nylon tights that you
Yeah.
put on, and then I know our colors were like black and like baby blue and white. So like that, at least that was our home colors. And then, but my cleats were like I had my brother's cleats were 2 sizes too big, so I didn't even have the right size cleats.
Right. I played baseball cleats.
I played safety. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, football. I was just literally doing just because it was another sport to do. I was like, when's basketball season? Like, when's baseball season? I'm just doing this to do it. And then, like I said, a lot of them niggas went on to play in college and stuff. I was like, this ain't for me. They're already running 4.6s and they're in the 8th grade. Nigga, like, no.
You know what my issue was in football? I was too honest. Because, since I didn't play like that, I didn't play a lot. You just got to play a certain amount of downs or whatever it was. And it was like, Keenan. He's like, Keenan, get in there. How many downs you played? I was like, I played 4. He was like, oh, this nigga don't want to play. Because he was trying to, he thought I was going to lie so I could get in and play more downs. I think you only had to play like 1 series or 2 series.
Yeah, it's
or
like
whatever.
8 plays, 6 to 8 plays.
Something like that.
He's
Yeah.
like, I did my allotted time.
And I was being honest. I wasn't trying to lie. I was just like, yeah, my dad didn't like us lying. So I was just like, oh, yeah, I played this many downs. He's just like, oh, this nigga don't want to play, man. Hey, so get in there. I was just like, I want to play, nigga. I just told you the truth.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right. When I figured that out, I was like, I don't know if Pop Warner is necessarily the
That's a weird thing.
best for me.
Like, how do you even get into it? Like, you're in for 4 plays. It's like, what are you thinking about? Like,
And I was playing safety, so it was just like at
Yeah.
safety at that age, it was very rare that like you said, one, they wasn't throwing that many passes,
Yeah,
and
if
then
the running
2,
back had to get out there.
yeah, there was a few nice ass running backs that was getting out there, but it was just like for the most part, I was sitting back there fucking twiddling my thumbs and shit like that. It wasn't much to do.
much to do.
So I don't know.
No, sports.
You guys ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Almost 11:30.
It's cool. They don't suck, so it's cool. And then Kendrick's actually hit the ground running because he has an older brother. So
I want my children to be good at sports, but it's like if they get into the art early and they get better like at an art, like whether it's like playing an instrument or something like that, I'm like, shit, I'm all in.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind.
I want them to be locked in on something that
Yeah.
Early, though? Do everything.
No, early I want them to
Yeah.
be doing everything, but I would like to see them take something like, all right, I like all this stuff over here, but I love doing this and seeing like
Keelan got about 2 years before I'm like, all right, what's your thing?
What we gonna be doing?
Like, what's your thing? What are you gonna? Let's narrow it down to you're only doing this and this, and we're specializing in whatever it is. So
He's like, I like equestrian, Dad. Can we get some horses? you gotta buy horses.
I'm like, no, you don't, because we don't have it. So how would you like it? How do you like something we
like
do
that's not a reality for you, black kid.
But there's ranches out there near Woodland Hills, I think, too, where
You ain't paying for that shit.
Yeah.
To rent somebody else's horse to practice. You know how much you have to practice to do that? Like, I have to buy a horse.
You know,
That's what I love, Dad.
I have to buy a
That's what I
horse.
love.
No, you don't. That's impossible. You can't love something you never had.
I was thinking the Snowfall. Remember the episode of Snowfall when Louie, she got into riding horses? So, you know, she didn't have horses back in the day like that.
No, but she didn't love it yet. She learned to love it. Like, he can't
Sometimes
like
you
that.
can just see a thing, man.
He was like, Dad, I love this. I'm like,
Yeah.
And he's a kid, so he's like, I love horses. I would love to ride a horse. You know
I'm
what
like,
I'm
you can
saying?
ride a horse one day.
The girls always look like they would have ass. Because those tights.
And
with
the way
the,
they
like,
look over and they're hunched over.
Yeah, but they never do.
Do you think
It's all thighs.
do you think girls who ride horses smash better?
Like they just like grip.
The
Like
grip,
they just
the
lock.
riding, all of it. You think
You know what? I would liken it to. I don't think they have the flexibility. I don't think they have it.
Because you got to be kind of stiff.
I think they're kind of stiff. I think their hips.
You don't think
I
they're
don't
like
think they
strong?
have. They're
or
strong,
thick?
but I still think I think they're stiff.
Like
I think they're
lock you
probably
in?
like. I think they're kind of.
You
like,
don't think they could ride better? Like, and I'm talking about on the feet ride. They got the.
I think
Could they ride dick? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, you think they ride
Yeah, they
dick
could probably
better?
ride dick decently,
Yeah.
but I don't think they can open up the way that you want them to open up.
I think they probably can
Emotionally.
because most women can't ride dick. just
I
out the
think they
gate.
can because look
Yeah.
how wide a horse is.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
You
true.
only this
That's
big.
true.
Yeah.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? A horse is.
That's true.
You got to hold that stance wide.
Damn.
Yeah.
They can do that. They can do their thing.
Can you believe that we're gonna die and we're never gonna know?
We'll see about that. We don't know where our relationships are gonna go. We don't know.
Ideally, we're supposed to die not knowing.
We don't know. In 10 years, the wife might be like, "Hey, you want to fuck in the equestrian?" Actually, yes.
Oh, when did they take it up? Yeah, see.
But it's too late for them.
No,
It's too late for
they
them
can do
to
it.
develop the real, true, like.
Nah.
They can do it.
Nah, it's gonna
Yeah.
take years. But I'm talking about they're gonna be 60.
Nah.
It don't take that many years.
If you pop next year and you rich and you could buy a
It
horse,
take 10 years.
Jess could ride a horse right
And
now.
then she ain't gonna be able to get like she's not. It's not in bed. That's in you.
But give her 2-3
That's
years of riding
in you.
horses. 2-3 years of riding horses, she breaking you off.
Nah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
This whole area gonna be way
right.
stronger.
Jacked.
Yeah. It's gonna be a whole different thing, man.
It's possible.
And you gonna be young 40s?
Have you guys ridden a horse before?
No.
Yeah, I have.
That shit it's not necessarily as funny as you think it is.
No, never.
We did it in Mexico, and we had to go we had to ride like I think like an hour. We had to go through water, and dirt hills, up hills.
Bareback or are they on a saddle?
You had a saddle. They
Oh,
give
okay.
you a saddle, but it was
Bareback,
still.
I heard it's terrible.
I mean, even when I was like, there was times where like you know the riding horse, they show you how to like either pull or like let loose and things like that to where the horse goes faster. And sometimes you might get things mixed up, or the horse is just getting too groove and start going fast. And you're like, hey, slow down. So you saw, nigga, just having balls just hurt. Like, we just, like at a certain point in time, when we rode back, because they made us take shots when we went there. We went to this tequila spot, and then we drunk alcohol and we came back, so we're all tipsy riding a horseback. Nigga, my balls. I would have been like, I'll just walk, man. I just fucking walk because
Just doing this the whole time.
But there was times when you might even bounce kind of high and then your
Yeah.
balls go under
Yeah.
you, and it's just like, nigga, this is not
Painful.
the spot I want to be in right now. It's not at all.
Damn.
So those guys who ride horses, are their balls just callous?
Maybe, I mean, they probably have it to where they're wearing something to where it's different. They might even have I don't know if they're wearing like a cup or something to where it's like they even wearing certain type of pants to where I don't know if it does something different for them. They might know how to ride.
to where it doesn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just they say, get on a horse, nigga.
Did they say that, like, get on a horse, nigga? And you like that ride?
They probably said it in Spanish. And the horse that we were riding had hella flies on their face for a long time. I felt bad because it was like flies all in their eyeball. I'm like, hey, get this nigga right before you get me on him, bro.
tend to your stable.
Yeah, but all right, man. Where cats at, man? Coming up.
What is what?
This is what the weekend of the 7th through the 9th.
I just got a Don't Tell on Friday in Valley Village.
Oh, another one? You about to get
I forgot to go to your Don't Tell Saturday. Shit. How
You
was
said
it?
on Friday?
It was cool. Yeah, on Friday.
I'll be here.
It was cool.
Damn it, I ain't gonna be here for that. Damn, I wanted to go to your one Saturday too.
I'll be here.
'Cause I had a spot at Comedy Chateau.
How was that?
I just dialed it in.
Okay.
I hate when I go and I'm just like I'm not, because sometimes have you ever get in that spot when you're doing stand up, you're just like, I don't feel like doing this shit tonight. Let me just, and you go up there and you might even do some new stuff, but you didn't give it like fully your all. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll tell you off air what bothered me, but yeah, something bothered me too. Yeah. But spots for me, I'll be in Tacoma with Tony at Nate Jackson spot.
Yeah.
At Nate Jackson spot.
Nate
this
Jackson.
weekend. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Nate Jackson too. He's killing right now. He's that guy.
Yeah. This weekend nothing. Chilling. I don't know what Kati has planned, so I don't know if she keeps asking, what do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday? I'm like,
that's right.
Nothing.
Sunday, so you
On the
got
8th, right?
chocolate Sundays on
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, I have chocolate Sundays on Sunday. And then I'm in Vegas the 11th through the 17th, LA Comedy Club for the whole week. And then New Year's Eve, I'm going back to the Bay, doing a New Year's Eve show. We're gonna do a one-nighter, do the show, have a little after party after, watch the ball drop, all that stuff. So that's where I'll be. And then then it's 2024. Ho? That we don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, give a fuck
We don't
about
give a fuck about no hoes,
No.
dog.
To the